Hello everyone! Today, we're heading into the world of one of the most beloved and versatile fruits on the market, the avocado. Whether mashed into guacamole, sliced atop toast, or blended into smoothies, avocados have become a symbol of nutritious eating and culinary creativity. But how do these creamy, delicate fruits make their way from sprawling orchards to your kitchen while still retaining their buttery texture and fresh flavor? We're going behind the scenes, exploring high-tech farms and cutting-edge processing facilities that produce millions of avocados every year. From selecting ideal growing conditions and nurturing the trees, to harvesting, sorting, ripening, and packaging, we'll reveal the sophisticated systems and modern technology ensuring top-quality avocados reach tables worldwide. By the end, you'll appreciate just how much care and innovation go into that perfect, creamy avocado you enjoy at home. Of course, I'm pretty sure some avocados still dream of forming a boy band and going on a world tour before settling down in a kitchen fruit bowl. Just don't tell them they're not great singers. For instance, imagine your favorite guacamole recipe, perhaps one mixed with chopped tomatoes, onions, cilantro, and a hint of lime. Every one of those avocados you scoop onto a tortilla chip has journeyed through a complex supply chain that balances nature, science, and logistics. Understanding this journey will deepen your connection to the fruit and help you choose wisely as a consumer. Avocados originated in Central America, where indigenous peoples cultivated them for millennia. Today, major producers include Mexico, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Kenya, South Africa, and parts of the United States like California and Florida. As global demand for avocados soared, large-scale farms expanded, adopting precise agricultural techniques and sustainability practices. In places like Michoacan, Mexico, centuries-old traditions blend with modern farming methods to ensure that the world's craving for avocados is met. Meanwhile, orchards in Chile optimize water resources to cope with drier climates, and farmers in California develop innovative pruning methods to maximize orchard space. These farms supply markets that crave year-round availability. Meeting this global appetite requires a well-orchestrated effort, from advanced horticulture to just-in-time logistics. To understand the complexity, we must start where all avocados begin: the orchard. Picture a gently sloping hillside orchard in Peru, where workers check soil moisture, monitor pests, and ensure that each tree thrives. From there, the fruit embarks on a long journey, one that might end in a European deli, an Asian fusion restaurant, or your local supermarket's produce aisle. Avocado trees prefer subtropical climates, well-drained soil, and stable temperatures. Farmers carefully select slopes, elevations, and orientations to ensure trees receive ample sunlight and proper drainage. They implement drip irrigation systems to deliver precise amounts of water and nutrients, conserving resources and optimizing tree health. For example, in a Kenyan orchard, drip lines snake through the rows, delivering just the right amount of water directly to the root zone. This precision prevents overwatering and reduces soil erosion, ultimately protecting the long-term viability of the land. Modern orchards rely on data-driven farming. Soil sensors measure moisture levels, weather stations track microclimates, and software analyzes growth patterns. Farmers prune trees and manage canopy density, allowing sunlight to reach fruit-bearing branches while controlling humidity and disease risk. These efforts result in consistent yields and higher quality fruit. In a South African plantation, farmers might review drone imagery every morning to identify which trees need extra care, ensuring that each section of the orchard remains healthy and productive. By combining centuries-old agricultural knowledge with 21st century technology, growers create an environment where avocado trees can flourish season after season. Avocado trees flower heavily, but only a fraction of blooms become fruit. Pollination, often aided by bees, ensures that flowers develop into tiny avocados. Farmers sometimes introduce beehives into orchards to improve pollination rates. In a Peruvian orchard, for instance, beekeepers might bring in hives just before the flowering stage, releasing a vital army of pollinators that help each flower reach its full potential. The fruit requires months to mature, and careful orchard maintenance, adequate irrigation, balanced nutrition, and pest management guarantees a healthy harvest. Some farms practice alternate bearing, where trees rest after a heavy crop, then produce abundantly the following season. Technology can help predict yields, allowing processors to plan capacity and distributors to schedule shipments well in advance. For example, horticultural experts might use AI models to forecast which seasons will produce heavier yields, enabling exporters in Chile to negotiate shipping contracts and secure reliable transport well before the harvest begins. This level of planning ensures that the fruit reaches consumers in optimal condition, no matter where they are in the world. Unlike many fruits, avocados don't ripen on the tree. They mature there, but only soften once picked. Determining the right moment to harvest is a skill. Workers use handheld tools to measure dry matter content, a reliable indicator of maturity and oil levels in the fruit. Sizing rings and quality checks ensure that only properly matured avocados are harvested. Consider a farmer in Mexico gently testing an avocado stem area, feeling for the subtle change in texture that signals readiness. This delicate timing ensures the fruit will ripen evenly after harvest, delivering that creamy, melt-in-your-mouth sensation consumers love. Because avocados can be damaged easily, careful harvesting techniques are crucial. Skilled pickers use clippers to snip the stem, avoiding bruising. Fruit is placed in padded containers, never dropped or thrown. This gentle handling maintains the fruit's integrity for the long journey ahead. In a California grove, pickers are trained extensively in these techniques. They even practice on sample fruit to refine their methods, reducing losses and guaranteeing that each avocado leaves the orchard in peak condition, ready for its voyage to distant markets. Once harvested, avocados must reach the packing facility quickly. Tractors and trucks with shaded compartments protect the fruit from the sun and heat. Farms located close to processing plants reduce transit time, ensuring avocados arrive fresh and intact. In Peru's coastal regions, for instance, many orchards are strategically placed within a short drive of modern packing facilities. This minimizes the chance of temperature fluctuations or bruising during transport. At receiving stations, digital scanners log each batch, recording its orchard origin, harvest date, and initial quality assessments. Traceability systems help maintain transparency and allow swift responses to any quality or safety concerns. For example, if an unexpected issue arises in a shipment arriving in Europe, the packing plant's database can pinpoint the exact orchard and harvest day, enabling quick investigation and corrective action. This meticulous tracking reassures distributors, retailers, and consumers alike that their avocados come from reputable sources committed to quality. Inside the packing facility, avocados go through preliminary sorting. Automated conveyors move them past workers who visually inspect for obvious defects. Any fruit with surface damage, insect bites, or other visible problems is set aside. Next, they pass through gentle, washing systems, removing dust, sap, and residues from the orchard. In a Chilean plant, workers might stand at inspection stations using bright overhead lighting to catch even the smallest imperfections. This extra attention ensures that only the best avocados move on to the next stages of processing. Some plants use advanced cameras and sensors to detect external blemishes or irregular shapes. This technology reduces human error and speeds up the process, ensuring only the best avocados move to the next stage. For example, a Colombian facility may utilize automated smart scanners that can evaluate thousands of fruits per minute, instantly flagging any that don't meet strict cosmetic standards. By combining human skill with digital precision, these facilities produce consistently high-quality fruit that meets consumer expectations, whether headed for a gourmet restaurant in Tokyo or a neighborhood market in New York. Consumers expect consistent sizes and appearances. High-tech grading machines use near-infrared sensors, cameras, and weight sensors to classify each avocado by size, shape, color, and even internal density. Internal density correlates with maturity and quality. So these readings help ensure uniform ripeness and flavor. For example, in a Kenyan packing facility, a specialized conveyor might carry fruit beneath multiple sensor arrays, each generating data that instantly determines the correct grade. Avocados destined for a high-end grocery chain might be sorted into premium categories, while others are allocated to wholesalers looking for more affordable options. By segmenting fruit into multiple grades, companies can meet various market demands. Larger avocados for certain retail customers, smaller ones for convenience packs, and different maturity levels for destinations requiring longer shelf life. For instance, a distributor shipping to Northern Europe might request avocados that can handle an extended journey, while a local US retailer may prefer fruit that is closer to peak ripeness, ready for weekend shoppers. This careful segmentation ensures that every buyer, whether a small cafe in Paris or a major supermarket in New York, receives avocados that fit their specific needs. One unique aspect of avocados is ripening management. After sorting, some avocados are sent directly to market, while others enter controlled ripening rooms. By adjusting temperature, humidity, and ethylene gas exposure, technicians can slow down or speed up the softening process. This allows companies to deliver ready-to-eat avocados timed to hit store shelves at their peak. Imagine a European distributor scheduling shipments so that avocados arrive perfectly ripe right before a major holiday, ensuring that consumers find ideal fruit for their festive meals. Cold chain management is critical. Avocados prefer temperatures around 4 to 5 degrees Celsius to preserve firmness. Specialized refrigerated trucks and warehouses maintain these conditions, extending shelf life and reducing waste. A Peruvian exporter may rely on a network of cold storage depots along the transportation route, each monitored by digital temperature sensors. If conditions deviate by even a fraction of a degree, alerts prompt immediate adjustments. This level of precision keeps the fruit fresh, ensuring that when it finally graces a London salad bar or a Toronto brunch table, it still delivers its signature creamy flavor and smooth texture. Packaging avocados for global distribution involves multiple formats. Some markets prefer bulk cartons for wholesalers, while supermarkets demand pre-packaged trays or net bags with branded labels, barcodes, and country of origin details. In a South African facility, a packaging line might run side by side with a branding station where labels featuring the farm's name, certification seals, and quality guarees are applied. This meticulous presentation builds consumer confidence and encourages repeat purchases. Automated packaging lines place avocados into molded trays that prevent bruising. Robots can handle thousands of fruits per hour, all while ensuring gentle treatment. Packaging materials balance protection, aesthetics, and sustainability. Some brands experiment with compostable trays or bio-based films, reflecting consumer interest in eco-friendly solutions. A company in Chile might test various plant-based packaging options, evaluating how well they preserve fruit quality and reduce plastic waste. By embracing these innovations, the avocado industry stays aligned with consumer values and environmental responsibilities. Quality assurance teams sample avocados throughout processing. They test firmness, oil content, flavor, and absence of defects. Sensory panels evaluate taste and mouthfeel. Microbiological tests ensure no harmful pathogens lurk. In a Mexican laboratory, technicians might slice open randomly selected avocados to confirm the absence of internal issues and measure the oil percentage, ensuring that the buttery goodness consumers expect is always present. Certifications like Global Gap, HACCP, and BRC confirm that farms and factories follow stringent food safety and environmental standards. Traceability programs assign codes to each shipment, allowing retailers and consumers to know exactly where their avocados originated, reinforcing trust and accountability. For instance, a European retailer may use a QR code on the packaging that customers can scan, revealing information about the orchard, harvest date, and even the sustainable farming practices employed. This transparency assures shoppers that their purchase supports responsible production, inspiring loyalty and encouraging mindful consumption. Avocados' popularity in distant markets hinges on efficient logistics. Ships carry climate-controlled containers, maintaining proper temperature and humidity. Automated port facilities load and unload cartons swiftly. In receiving countries, avocados pass through customs, inspections, and distribution centers before reaching stores, restaurants, and home kitchens. Consider a shipment traveling from Colombia across the Atlantic, destined for Scandinavian supermarkets. Every step is carefully timed, from customs paperwork to inland trucking, ensuring the fruit arrives with ample shelf life remaining. Sophisticated forecasting helps balance supply and demand. Analytics predict peak consumption periods, such as big sports events or holiday seasons, so producers can adjust harvest timing and ripening schedules to meet those spikes. If data suggests a spike in avocado toast popularity before a cultural festival in Japan, exporters can align their ripening processes to deliver perfectly softened avocados right on cue. This level of foresight and flexibility keeps the global avocado supply chain stable, delighting consumers everywhere with fresh, delicious fruit. Just as wine grapes differ by terroir, avocados vary by region and variety. Hass is the global superstar, prized for its creamy texture and high oil content, but other types like Fuerte or Bacon find niche markets. Some exporters tailor their shipments to regions that prefer certain varieties or sizes. For example, avocados shipped to high-end restaurants in Hong Kong may favor consistently larger Hass avocados, while deliveries to specialty grocers in France might include rare varieties cherished for their distinct flavor profiles. Branding also matters. Some markets value premium labels or organic certifications. A California supplier might highlight its organic Rainforest Alliance certified avocados in European health stores, while a Chilean brand might emphasize its fair trade partnerships for the US market. This customization ensures that consumers in Europe, Asia, or the Americas can enjoy avocados that suit their palates, budgets, and culinary traditions, reinforcing the avocado's status as a globally appreciated fruit. Health-conscious consumers appreciate avocados for their healthy fats and vitamins. Companies highlight these nutritional benefits on packaging and marketing materials, recipes, cooking tips, and QR codes linking to recipe videos encourage consumers to explore new ways to enjoy avocados beyond the classic guacamole. A Brazilian exporter, for instance, might partner with nutritionists to create online content detailing how avocados can star in a balanced breakfast smoothie or a vegan sandwich spread. Low carbon footprint claims, fair trade partnerships, and social responsibility initiatives also influence purchasing decisions. The industry constantly evolves to meet these shifting expectations, offering products that align with modern values. Imagine customers scanning a code on their avocado package and discovering a short documentary on the farm's community programs, water-saving measures, and renewable energy use. This level of engagement transforms the simple act of buying a piece of fruit into a meaningful decision that supports ethical and sustainable practices. Avocado trees need water, and sustainability efforts focus on efficient irrigation. Precision agriculture techniques ensure that only the necessary amount of water reaches the tree roots. Rainwater harvesting, drip irrigation, and soil mulching conserve resources. Some farms partner with local communities to safeguard water supplies, balancing orchard needs with local ecosystems. In a Kenyan region facing seasonal drought, farmers might invest in water storage systems that collect and reserve rainwater for use during dry months, protecting both their crops and the area's natural resources. Biodiversity-friendly practices like maintaining habitat corridors and protecting pollinators help ensure long-term orchard health. These environmental measures protect not just the crop, but also the region's future viability as a fertile avocado growing area. Picture a Peruvian orchard alive with birds and beneficial insects, sustained by careful land management, all contributing to a thriving, regenerative agricultural system that can endure for generations. As labor costs rise and consumer demand grows, automation becomes essential. Drones map orchards, pinpointing areas needing extra care. AI-driven software predicts yields and optimizes harvest timing. Robotic arms gently pick avocados, reducing reliance on manual labor and ensuring consistent quality. In a Californian orchard, drones might hover overhead at dawn, collecting images that help a central computer determine where irrigation adjustments are required, making farming more efficient and reducing waste. In packing plants, sensors and cameras work tirelessly to sort and grade fruit. Machine learning algorithms learn from previous harvests, continually refining sorting criteria, improving accuracy, and minimizing waste. A facility in Colombia might use historical data to adjust its grading standards over time, ensuring fewer avocados end up discarded. By continuously improving, technology helps secure the industry's future as global demand continues to climb. Consumers today want to know exactly where their food comes from. Some avocado suppliers use blockchain technology to store data about orchard location, harvest date, quality parameters, and transportation details. This immutable record builds consumer trust. any fruit in the supply chain can be traced back to its source within minutes. A French retailer might emphasize its blockchain-powered supply chain, reassuring customers that the avocados on the shelf have passed rigorous checks and balances. Transparency also helps producers identify weak links or inefficiencies, improving processes and reinforcing the supply chain's resilience against disruptions. For example, if a certain farm consistently underperforms on quality metrics, the data trail can guide targeted improvements or alternative sourcing. This enhances overall industry stability, ensuring that when shoppers browse their local produce section, they find reliable, consistent, and ethically sourced avocados. Maintaining proper temperatures and hygiene is non-negotiable. Containers have temperature loggers that record conditions throughout transit. At any sign of deviation, alerts prompt corrective actions. Rigorous cleaning protocols for trucks, storage racks, and packaging materials reduce contamination risks. A distributor sending fruit from South Africa to the Middle East might employ a dedicated quality assurance team that checks seals, sanitizes equipment, and ensures that the cooling units function perfectly at every stage. This multi-layered approach ensures that once avocados hit supermarket shelves, they remain fresh and safe to eat, preserving their reputation as a wholesome choice. For example, a quality inspector in a European warehouse might conduct random temperature checks, confirming that the produce hasn't deviated from strict standards. These procedures guarantee that consumers get exactly what they expect: fresh, flavorful avocados that are safe for the whole family. Continuous improvement involves investing in people. Training workers to identify pest signs, operate high-tech machinery, and understand quality standards keeps farms and factories efficient and safe. Research institutions and universities collaborate with industry players to develop disease-resistant avocado varieties, sustainable farming models, and improved post-harvest handling techniques. A research farm in Florida, for instance, might test new rootstocks resistant to certain fungal diseases, sharing the findings with global partners to strengthen the industry as a whole. Seminars, workshops, and field demonstrations teach best practices to everyone in the supply chain. This knowledge sharing fosters innovation and ensures the industry remains competitive. Picture an international conference in Chile, where growers from multiple continents exchange experiences, learn from each other's successes, and forge partnerships that improve global avocado production. This cooperative spirit ensures that as challenges arise, be they climate change or evolving consumer trends, the industry stands ready to adapt. In many cultures, avocados have become a status symbol represented in trendy foods and social media posts. Restaurants highlight their origin, giving producers a storytelling angle to connect with customers. As dietary preferences shift toward plant-based foods, the avocado's popularity grows, reaching new markets unfamiliar with the fruit just a decade ago. Consider a bustling cafe in Sydney, where avocado toast has become a brunch staple, advertised with details about the orchard it came from, enhancing the dining experience. This global journey transforms a humble orchard product into a luxury food item in some regions, while in others, it remains a familiar everyday ingredient. In Latin America, for example, avocados have long been a staple, appearing in daily meals. Meanwhile, in Eastern Europe, they might be considered an exotic treat. This cultural interplay enriches the avocado's story and ensures that it continues to capture imaginations and taste buds worldwide. Looking ahead, the avocado industry will continue embracing cutting-edge technology, refining sustainability initiatives, and responding to consumer demands for quality, transparency, and flavor diversity. Climate change poses challenges, spurring innovation in water management, soil health, and orchard design. The next generation of orchards may integrate robotics at every stage, making the production cycle more resilient and efficient. Imagine a future orchard where autonomous drones guided by satellite data monitor every tree's health daily, and solar-powered irrigation systems adjust flow rates automatically. Amid these changes, one thing remains constant: the effort and dedication poured into each avocado so that when you slice into it at home, you experience that smooth, creamy texture and distinctive nutty flavor. Whether it's a family in California enjoying homemade guacamole during a backyard party, or a couple in London creating an avocado-based dessert, the fruit's journey reflects human ingenuity, care, and a global commitment to excellence. We've traveled from orchards bathed in sunlight to advanced packing lines humming with machinery, following the avocado's journey through careful selection, gentle handling, meticulous sorting, and strategic ripening. We've seen how data, innovation, and sustainability converge to deliver top-quality fruit on a massive scale. Consider a time when you reached for that perfect avocado at your local market. Now you know the intricate network of growers, engineers, pickers, logisticians, and retailers who worked in harmony to bring it to your plate. The next time you enjoy avocado toast or a bowl of guacamole, think about the orchard workers, engineers, scientists, and logisticians who made it possible. Avocados are more than just a trendy fruit. They are a testament to human ingenuity, adapting ancient agriculture to modern demands. Consider subscribing for more behind-the-scenes looks at how everyday foods come to be, and share your thoughts in the comments. As you savor that creamy bite, remember the incredible journey it undertook to reach you. Perhaps you'll pass along a favorite recipe, pair it with new flavors, or simply appreciate the fruit's timeless appeal. In doing so, you honor everyone who made your avocado experience extraordinary.